ready. Okay, so you're going to come over to your mat and have your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and extend your left leg out to the side. So we start off with the mobility as usual, and then you're going to take a deep breath in, reach your left arm up to the sky, and exhale, reach under your right arm. Inhale, big reach up, open up the chest, and then exhale, reach under. 2 more times. So you're getting in that thoracic rotation, a nice big stretch of the chest. Last one on this side. And place that hand down, bring the knee back in, and extend your right leg. Take a deep breath in, and reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach under your left arm. Inhale, rotate and reach up, opening up the chest, and then reach under 2 more times. Pushing the hips back a little bit as you do this. Last one. And then you're going to place that right hand down, bring the right knee back in, and come into your cat dog stretch. So you flex, hold for a couple of seconds, try and round out your back as much as you can, and then you extend, pushing your chest towards the ground. Good, and again you flex. Good, and extend one more time. Perfect, and then come to your neutral spine. From there, I want you to lie on your back, and we're going to go into some glute bridges. So you're lying down, your heels are on the ground, your toes are turned up to the sky, and you're going to reach your arms up towards the sky as well. Tuck the hips in, just so you feel that you're pressing your lower back onto the mat ever so gently, and then release back to neutral. So we're just initiating the movement here. And again, you tuck in, and then release. One more time, you're going to tuck in, and then peel your spine off the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Really squeezing the backs of those legs. And then roll down from your shoulders back to your tailbone. And again, you're going to tuck in, lift all the way up, and roll all the way back down. You have to excuse me, so because I've got, for some reason, I've woken up with bad hay fever.
Oh, darling.
So I may be sneezing at some point. You have 3 more. Really lifting those hips, but focus on that posterior tense. That means you're bringing your pelvis towards your belly button, and you're feeling the backs of the legs grip. You've got 1 more. You're going to lift and hold, and go for little pulses up. Let's go for 20 pulses. You've got 1, 2, 3. Really squeezing the back as much as you can. So a little movement. If you need to lower your hips a little bit, you absolutely can do. Go for another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Place your hands behind your head. I want you to lift your chest, hold for 2 seconds, and then your head is going to come back down. So we just go into a little bit of gentle abdominal prep. Lift and hold. And then lower back down. So you're holding that tummy contraction just for a couple of seconds, making sure that those muscles are really switched on. You're here for another 5 repetitions, and then there's a couple of pulses, and then we're going to be on our feet. So Trinny, did you do much exercise last week?
Yeah, I did a little thing with my sister.
Yeah.
On a YouTube thing, and then I did swimming. I did every day about 40 minutes of swimming or just acrobics.
Perfect. Swimming is so great because it decompresses your joints and it feels amazing.
In the water. I took the TheraBands and I did them in the water, and I did crabs in the water.
Oh, perfect. So you're feeling refreshed?
Because I'm not good at swimming.
No.
Jumping up and down.
So you did exercise, but in the water?
Yeah.
You've got another 2. Lift and hold your next one. Little pulses up. Let's just go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest for a second. Okay, you're going to turn over, push yourself up, and you're going to grab your mini band. So the mini band is going to go around your ankles. Mini band around your ankles. Legs are going to be completely straight for this one. Hips tucked in. And actually, I want you to turn your toes towards each other. So you'll go toes in, knees in. So in a medial rotation. Try to keep tucking the hips in. And you're going to walk sideways, maintaining your medial rotation. So this actually gets the glute medius to switch on a little bit more, and it takes it away from something called your rectus femoris and your IT band. So it is more about glute isolation.
I'm feeling it already.
Good. And it's really hard to maintain that medial rotation. So with your toes turned in and your knees turned in. Perfect, Trinny. You're going for another walk to the side and then back, and then you've got some other exercises. Keep turning those knees in, keep tucking those hips in. What we don't want to see is walking out like this, because then you're going to disengage that core and you're going to put pressure on the lower back. Perfect. Right, you're going to stop there. Turn your feet back to parallel. Bring them out to the sides a little bit more. And then you can turn the toes out ever so slightly. You're going to come into squats now. You've got 10 squats. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you stand. So you inhale, lower, exhale, drive up, squeeze the butt, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tuck the hips in. So you're really opening up the chest. You feel the weight come up through the heels. You want to get that energy through the backs of the legs. Good. Perfect. You're going for another 4. Go for 3, 2. Stay down and hold your last one. I want you to bring your thumbs up towards the sky in a Y shape. So your eyesight is sort of down at a diagonal, and you're lifting your arms up next to your ears in a Y shape. So you're activating your lower and mid trapezius, and you're getting in a bit of shoulder mobility. Sorry?
Tucking your bottom in or out?
You're holding a squat, so you're not going to have an exaggerated arch. You're going to have a neutral spine, so you're not pushing out too much, but you are shooting the hips back. Last one, and stand up. With that band around your ankles, you're going to go over to your mat. I want you to roll down, walk your hands out into a high plank position. So your hands are down, or you can have your forearms down. And you're going to have your hips tucked in, your upper mid back lifted. From here, you're going to lift your left foot twice, then place it down, lift your right foot twice, place it down. You are familiar with this one. We've done it a few times. It's great for firing up the upper body and continuing to work the lower body, as well as switching on the sides of the stomach. Good, so you lift it twice and lower, switch sides. Perfect. You are doing this for another 15 seconds. Good. And make sure that upper mid back is lifted. You keep tucking those hips in. You keep lifting that belly button up towards the sky. All of that core is firing. One more on each side. Good. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Come up onto your feet, and you're going to bring that band up to just below the knees. So now the band is up to just below those knees. You're going to come into your second variation. I want you to push your hips back, so you're in a squat stance. And you're going to walk sideways in this squat stance. Keep shooting those hips back. You keep pushing those knees out to the side. Shoulders are set back. You're not letting those knees come towards each other. You maintain that resistance on the band. So you keep the band nice. You keep that torque in the band. Good. The further back you push your hips, the more glute activation you're going to get, or the more those glute, butt muscles are going to switch on. And then walk back this way. Good. Perfect. You've got one more to the left, one more to the right. And then you've got some knee kicks, just to make things a little extra exciting for a second. Okay, you're going to hold there. Hold your squat, and you're going to kick that left knee out 10 times. You kick it out to the side. You go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, the other leg doesn't move. Last one, switch sides, go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, bring your stance a little bit wider, toes turned out, and you're going to do 10 fast squats this time. So they're fast squats, 10. Good, 9. Squeeze those shoulder blades together when you stand. 7, 6, nice and fast. You've got 4, 3, 2, stay down, hold your last one. Arms in front of you, palms turned up. You're going to come into a T with those arms now. You pull those shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms come forwards, and then exhale, you pull back, squeeze those back muscles. Good, perfect. So now you're opening up the chest, you're activating the back a little bit. Good, Trinny, you've got 2 more. Last one, and stand. You're going to bring that band back down to your ankles, and you're going to go into that plank variation again. So just for 30 seconds, you're going to walk your hands out into that high plank, and you're going to go for those little leg lifts. Hips are tucked in, you lift your left foot twice, leg is completely straight, your right foot twice. Upper mid back lifted, hips are tucked, belly button lifted, everything is working, your shoulders, your triceps. Good, really powerful exercise for toning the whole body, this one. You're here for another 15 seconds. Good, keep those legs super straight, nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk your hands back towards your feet.
And it's going to get some water.
Yes, grab some water. You can take that mini band off. Oh, we do need our books as well. Trinny, grab some books as well. I don't think you can hear me. So just a couple of heavy-ish books ready for this. Ready for today's workout. Use some weights. Make things a little extra fun. So Trinny, you want to grab a couple of books for the next part. Good. Okay, so the books are going to be in front of your chest.
I'll get one, because mine are very heavy.
Okay, just one is fine then. And you fired up the glutes, now we're going to put them to work functionally. So, you're going to come into a side lunge, step in, press the weights up above the head. So side lunge, step and press. Going to the same side. From the side, it's going to look like this. You push the hips back, drive up, and press. Good. And you want to have your feet parallel here, so toes are turned forwards. You really shoot those hips back, toes are forwards, you push off that heel, and it's like you're just traveling to the side, so that leg is parallel. Good. Inhale to come in, down into that side lunge. Exhale to come out of it and push the books up above your head. One more on this side. Good. And then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So you're going into that side lunge and press. Hips are tucked in. When those books are above your head, it's a good core exercise. You're also working the shoulders, and of course you're working the thighs and that glute medius. Work with the breath. You inhale, go into that side lunge, and exhale, you come out of it, step those legs together. Perfect. You've got one more. Last one. And stop. You're going to put those books down, and we're going to sort of isolate the glutes now, just to get them to work hard. And you're going to put that band on around your mid-shin. So it's actually just above the ankles, sort of mid-shin area. And we're going to come into a plank exercise. Actually, sorry, it needs to be not mid-shin, it needs to be just above the knees for this one. Sorry, Trinny. Just above the knees. Your hands are going to be under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. Now, option one is to keep your knees down on the mat. Option two is to hover your knees, which makes it a little more difficult. Then you're going to lift your left knee and bring it out to the side in your fire hydrant. So you lift and lower. So you'll just bring it out to the side and then back down, side and lower. So if that right knee is hovering, of course it's going to be a little more difficult, especially for your core and for your upper body. Otherwise, you're going to have that right knee down, and you're going to do the exercise with that right knee on the ground, and you're still going to be working that glute medius. But I think you can hover that right knee and continue the leg abduction. So you're lifting that leg out to the side. That's it. Going for another two. One more. Rest for a second, then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side.
I'm going to just let the other girls do it. I'll be 2 minutes, sorry. Just keep going.
Okay, so hands under the shoulders. You hover those knees. This time, it's the right leg that comes out to the side. So you lift and lower. The band is on just above the knees. I did just take mine off. You've got 30 seconds here. You can, if you need to, if it's a little bit too intense, you can put your left knee on the ground. Otherwise, you are hovering that left knee, and it's a lot more difficult for the upper body, for the core, and for the legs. You're here for another 10 seconds. So a little lift and lower. Going for another 3, for 2, last one. Place that knee down. You can rest in child's pose for a couple of seconds just to release that upper body. And take a deep breath in. You're going to slowly stack up your spine. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times and then come up onto your feet. So you're going to come up onto your feet and take that band off. You're going to go back to your first exercise, that side lunge with that overhead press. So I want you to grab your books or your weight, and we're going to go into that side lunge with overhead press in a few seconds when Trinny is back. So grab a sip of water. I'm not sure where she is. Okay, so we'll get going. Oh, there she is. Right, Trinny. We go back into that side lunge with our overhead press. So you can take that band off. We're going back to exercise number 1. Okay, so you're getting your books. Hold them in front of your chest to begin with. You step out to the side and then press. Just starting off on the one side. First of all, you shoot those hips back. And when you drive up with power and purpose, and you push those weights up above your head, you tuck the hips in, you squeeze your bottom. Good, deep breath in to shoot those hips back. And remember, your feet are parallel. Those toes are turned forwards the whole time. Try not to step out. You're going to get more activation here if your feet are turned forwards. You've got another 2. Good, 1 more. Press, and then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. So that other leg comes out to the side. You inhale, exhale. And the faster you go on that push off, the more you're going to activate those muscles. Fantastic, really pushing those hips back as you come into that side lunge. Good, you've got another 3, press, 2. Good, and your last one, press, put those books down, grab your band. Band is going to go on just above those knees and you're coming into that fire hydrant, bear plank combination. So band just above the knees, hands under the shoulders, knees directly under your hips. You hover your knees in the air, lift your left leg out to the side and then bring it back down. So you're lifting it out to the side and then lowering it just for 30 seconds. If at any point you need to put your right knee down and continue the exercise, you can do. And this is also great for working the side of the stomach. Halfway through this one. Good. If you can, you hover that other leg off the ground, so it's just hovering in the air. Okay, last one. And then switch to do exactly the same on the other side. Let's go.
It just clicks a lot if I keep it in that hover.
Sorry, it's clicking, did you say?
It clicks a lot if I keep it in that hover, and I do it, it really clicks all the time.
Oh, okay, right. So just keep your knee down for this one. That's fine. You're still getting an effective exercise in. You're here for another 6. Go for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Then come up onto your feet. So you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet, take the band off, and you're going to go into your last round of this one. So it's 3 sets of this one today. So you grab those books, just 30 seconds. There's 60 seconds of side lunging in total. Books in front of the chest, deep breath in, exhale, push up. You can bring a little bit of speed into it if you want to, a little bit of power as you come out of that squat, or that lunge rather. Good, perfect, Trinny. Make sure those toes stay turned forwards the whole time. Toes forwards, you're here for another 10 seconds. Weights in front of the chest. Keep them close and then push straight up above the head. Go for 1 more. And stop. Switch to do the same on the other side. Let's go, nice and powerful. You step and press. Good, fantastic. Deep breath in to lower into your squat or your lunge and then push right up, pushing those hips back and out to the side. Nice, you've got another 4. Go for 3, 2. Last one, and then you grab your band. Good, reach. Okay, grab that band. Band on just above your knees.
Where? This is above our knees.
Just above your knees, yeah. We're going to go into the fire hydrant exercise. So you can have that, start off with your right knee down, and then just lift the left knee out to the side, pausing for a second. Or if you're okay with hovering your knees in the air, you hover that right knee and then lift that left knee out to the side. Perfect, and it's just 30 seconds of work here, and then you're going to switch to do the same on the other side. And then we're into a new round of exercises. Work with the breath, exhale, you lift the knee, inhale, you lower the knee. for a second when that knee is lifted, just to make sure that you are really activating the muscles. Good, you've got 10 seconds left here. Hips tucked in slightly, upper mid back lifted so you're not collapsing between the shoulder blades. You've got one more, and switch. Good, so switching to the other side. 30 seconds. Good. Keep those hips nice and level. Facing down towards the ground, you're halfway through. Perfect. You've got another 3. Go for 2. Last one, rest in child's pose. Completely rest, relax your back, your neck, your shoulders. Good, and then slowly stack up your spine. Come up onto your feet. Take that band off for now and grab a sip of water if you need. So stay hydrated. You got 30 seconds of recovery, and then you're into your next series of exercises. Okay, right. So we're going to bring in a little bit of cardio to this next one. I want you to have, you're going to reach for the ground and then jump your feet together, reach for the sky. So you jump out, then jump in and reach. And because you're keeping your arms straight when you reach, you're going to get in a little bit of core work as well. If you want, you can go faster with this one, which is going to make it harder, or you can just take it at a slow pace. Focus on that lowering phase in the squat. Good. Inhale, you lower. Exhale, reach for the sky. Just like to get the heart rate up a little bit, get the whole body moving. You're working the arms here. Of course, you're going to feel those legs working. The calves are working a little bit because it's a jumping exercise. And you've got 10 seconds left. Good, perfect. Going for another 2 jumps. Last one. And stop. Okay, I want you to put that band on around your ankles. Band is going on around your ankles. You're going to hold a chair squat position. So your knees are quite narrow. Your hips are pushed back, and you're going to extend and bend just the right leg. You're going to bring it back. So you extend and bend the right leg. Bring it back. Make sure you're pushing that left knee out towards the side. So you bring that right leg in, tap, and then send it out and tap with your toe. Just 30 seconds on each side. Good, and this one you're really going to feel the left side working. If that right leg is the one going back, the left leg, the left glute is going to be the one that is firing up. Make sure you're not letting the knee come in towards your midline. You push it out a little bit, and then you're going to get a little bit more activation. One more, switch sides to do the other side. So you're extending and bending your left leg. Shoulders are back, spine is nice and neutral, and you're pushing now that right knee out to the side a little bit. Perfect, Trinny, go for another 4. Go for 3, exhale as you extend, go for 2, and 1 more. Good. Right, you're going to come over to your mat, lie down. You can keep that band on, but bring it just up above your knees. So band is just above your knees. Heels are on the ground, toes are slightly turned out to the side. You're going to tuck your hips in, lift up, push the knees out 3 times. So you go for 3 pulses with those knees, pushing them out to the side, and then roll back down. You lift, pulse 3, 2, 1, roll down. Tuck in, lift up, 3, 2, 1, down. So now you're getting the hamstrings working. You continue to work those hip stabilizers, and the glute maximus is working, the big gluteal at the back. And the hamstrings are these muscles that connect just underneath the glutes on the backs of the legs. So lift, pause 3, 2, 1, roll down. And again, lift 3, 2, 1, down. Perfect. Lift and hold your next one. Do the 3 pulses. Push and hold your last one. 10 pulses up to the sky with your glute max. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Good. Okay, Trinny, take that band off for a minute. You're going to come up onto your feet again, and you're back into that first exercise, the little jump exercise. So take a little bit of rush just so you don't get a head rush. And then you're going to be reaching down for the ground, and you jump up, jump your feet together, nice and light on those toes, hips shoot back. And if you need to modify this, you can squat out to the side and then step in and lift your arms. Because it's full body, it's multi-joint movement, you are still going to get your heart rate up. Good. Inhale, exhale, reach for the sky. Perfect. Little jump those feet together. Excellent. Keeping it going. Light on those toes. Nice. 10 seconds to go. And then you're into that more of a glute isolation exercise. Go for 3, 2, last jump. And stop. Get that band, you're going to place it around your ankles.
Relying on the mat?
Not on the mat yet. You're going into that one where you send the leg back and then bring it back in.
On the ankle or shin?
Ankles. So around the ankles for this one. Hips are pushed back, shoulders are back. You extend and bend that right leg. Remember, you're pushing that left knee out to the side a little bit to get more activation through the hip stabilizer. That's it. And you're fully extending that right leg. Squeeze your glute maximus. And it's just 30 seconds on each side, so not long at all. Good. Tapping the foot down, so you tap the toes down and then bring it in. Good. Little tap and return. Grip the ground with your left big toe, so you're feeling that your ankle stabilizers are switching on. It's going to give you more support, more balance. One more. Good, and switch sides. So you extend and bend. And this is actually working your calf muscles as well a little bit, because they're working isometrically to stabilize the movement. Good, you're halfway through this one. Focusing on really straightening that left leg, nice. Keep bringing those shoulders back, tucking the chin in so your neck is lengthened out. 3, 2, last one. Then the band comes up to just above the knees, and you're going to lie down on your mat and come into that glute bridge exercise. So heels are down, toes are turned up to the sky. You tuck your hips in, lift up into that glute bridge. Bring the knees out 3 times.
On my knee.
The band is just above your knees.
Okay.
You lift, bring the knees out 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Roll your hips down. And again, you tuck in, squeeze your bum as much as you can. 3 pulses out with your knees. And then roll down. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. You're articulating through the spine, so you're lifting the vertebrae off sequentially. Nice. Good. Keeping that nice straight line from your knees through to your hips, to your torso. Sit, lift, 3, 2, 1, and roll down. Perfect. Lift and hold your next one. Do the 3 pulses out to the side. 3, 2, hold on 1, then do the 10 pulses up with the backs of the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down, and you can take the band off. Good. Okay, then you're going to come up onto your feet. And you're going into your last round of exercises. So grab a sip of water, have a little rest. You're going to go into your last round. And you are going to do a ski squat, but you're going to be using the band at the same time. So the band is going on just above your knees. You're going to have your back against the wall. Your legs are going to be at 90 degrees. And you're going to hold the C squat and go for little pushes out with your knees. Hips are tucked in. And this one is killer. In a good way, of course. So you're going for little pushes out with your knees. Hips are tucked in. You're holding that ski squat. We're going to aim for 45 seconds. If you need to rest within that time, that's fine. That's it. Good, keep pushing those knees out, keep tucking those hips in. The band just adds that extra little bit of pizzazz, which is very nice. That's it, fantastic. If you want to do something with your arms, you can lift one arm, then lift the other arm, so you're getting in a bit of shoulder mobility. Excellent, Trinny. Keep tucking in those hips. Nice. I reckon you can do this for another 15 seconds. We're at 45 seconds.
Yeah.
You're good at this one though. This one is your forte. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Come up onto your feet. You can take that band off for a second. You're going to come over to the mat, come down onto your forearms, and come into a plank with leg abduction. So your hips are tucked in, your foot's on the ground. You're going to bring your left foot out, tap the ground, then right foot out, tap the ground. So you're going from side to side. Really works the obliques. Hips are tucked in.
I didn't hear you. So we're doing a plank. And then
yeah, forearms are on the ground. That's it. Bring those and lift the knees. Lower the hips a little bit. You're going to bring your right foot out, tap, then foot that comes back to the center, then your left foot out, tap. So you're doing toe taps. That's it. Lower the hips a little bit. Really tuck them in. Perfect. So here, of course, you've got your core working. You've got those shoulders, the chest, the triceps. And you're really working the side of the stomach. And you're working on stability through the pelvis. Nice, Trinny. You've got 15 seconds to go. And then you're going back into that wall squat. Sit, rest if you need. You are here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, you're going to come up onto your feet when you're ready. Put the band back on just above your knees, and you're going into the wall squat for the last time. So your last round of exercises, and then you're having a nice stretch. So band is on, goes on just above those knees. Back, it goes against the wall. Hips and knees are at 90 degrees. arms can be out in front of you. You're going to keep pushing your knees out to the sides, and you can start to move your arms as well if you want to. It's also good for the brain, that one, a bit of coordination. Keep your feet parallel so your toes are turned forwards. That's it, and try not to let the knees be pulled in towards each other. You want to keep pushing your knees out to the sides. Fantastic, and we're holding for 60 seconds. Good, if you can sink down a little bit more in that squat, then go for it. And if you push those knees out a little bit more quickly as well. You're halfway through, 30 seconds to go. Good. Trinny, are you feeling relaxed in this one? You look very relaxed doing this one.
I feel like it's torturous.
Well, you're hiding the torture very well.
Yeah, I'm falling on the glass.
Okay, that adds in an extra little bit of spice there then. You're trying to hold yourself against the glass. You've got another 3 seconds. 2, 1. Stop. Come up onto your feet. Get rid of that band. You're not using it anymore. Forearms are going to go on your mat. And you're going to go into that sort of broken down plank jack. So you tap one foot out, then the other foot out. Good. Lower those hips, keep them tucked in. Use the glutes. Nice. Oh, hello, Boo the Cockapoo. My top is from Lululemon. You've got another 20 seconds here, Trinny. It's the last exercise. See if you can power through until the end. Lift that up in mid-back, challenge yourself, and then you're ready for a great Monday. 15 seconds. Doing well. Yes, keep tucking in those hips. Nice deep breaths. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Rest in child's pose. Good. Slowly stack up. And then you're going to lie on your back, Trinny, and we're going to go into your stretches. So into the stretching, lie down. And we're actually going to start off with your spinal rotation today. I want you to cross your left leg all the way over your right leg. Lift your legs up towards your torso. Bring your arms out into that 90-degree position, palms up to the sky. Lower your legs to the right, look to your left. And take in some really deep breaths, relax. Relax in the stretch. Take a really deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your legs back to the center. Uncross your legs. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Lift the legs up towards your torso. Lower them to the left, look to your right. Have that 90-degree angle with your right arm with your palm turned up. Good. And taking some really deep breaths up. So today you've managed to work a lot of the muscles in the body. Obviously there was a focus on the lower body, particularly the butt muscles, those glutes, and the legs. So on Wednesday we'll do more of an upper body focused session. Come back to the center. You're going to uncross your legs, lengthen your left leg along on the ground, take hold of the back of your right thigh, and extend your leg up to the sky. So you're going to stay lying down. If you want to, you can use your band. And then you extend and bend the leg. Going for another 3, 2, and last one. Place that leg, you're going to bend your left leg, cross your right ankle over your left knee, and then you can pull your hands through that triangle and take hold of the back of your left leg. You can also do this one against the wall or your window, which could be a little easier, where you put your left foot against the wall if your right ankle is over your left knee, and then you can hold the stretch that way, and it just takes some of that pressure away from your neck. Okay, then you're going to uncross the ankle and take hold of the back of your left leg, have your right leg long on the ground, and take a deep breath in, exhale, extend, inhale, bend the legs. So you go into a nice dynamic stretch.
The only way I get that stretch is if I'm sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
In
the chair, but my new favourite way of getting the stretch is by putting the other foot against the wall.
Okay.
Because then you completely relax your upper body. So I recommend trying that one as well. But definitely do it in the chair throughout the day. Last one. And now cross your left ankle over your right knee. And you can do this sat in your chair afterwards if you want, Trinny. If it's more effective. Or you could try it against the window. So your right foot is up on the window. And then your left ankle is over.
And it's your back on the wall, on the floor.
Your back is on the floor. Your foot is against your window there, or your wall. And then your right foot is against the wall, so that leg is essentially at 90 degrees. And then your ankle goes across your knee. So your left ankle goes across your right knee. Then, if you shuffle...
down.
Sorry, Trinny?
It doesn't matter. I just don't, my bottom doesn't go all the way down, but anyway.
Oh, okay, so you just need to shuffle back a little bit. So if you move your body back a little bit, then you can... then it should go down. And if you bring your foot down a little bit, that right foot, lower it a little bit. How about there?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And then you're going to hold it for 20 more seconds so you can develop your flexibility. Yeah, this one does feel really nice because you can completely relax in the stretch. Holding for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncross the leg. Good. And just roll over so you can bring yourself out of this position. And we're going to go into your hip flexor stretch. So have your left knee on the ground and your right foot forwards. Hips tucked in, as always. Left buttock engaged. You're going to reach your left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in and exhale, lean to your right. Come back to the center, and let's switch to do the same on the other side now. So that left foot is forwards, your right knee is on the ground, hips tucked in, your right arm reaches, deep breath in, and exhale, lean to your left. Holding for another 5, for 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. You're going to come up onto your feet and just let your upper body hang. Let gravity take the weight of your upper body. You're going to take your hands and place them around the back of your head and very gently pull on your head. So you're feeling that stretch through the thoracic. Now let your arms hang. You're going to roll those shoulders back a couple of times. Gently rock from side to side. Stop in the center, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly stack up. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll your shoulders back, set them down, and you're ready for Monday morning.
Thank you, darling.
You're
That's
welcome.
fab.